Hey everybody, welcome to our Wednesday night Epic Empire team call. I'm super excited because we're going to be covering a really awesome topic that I think is kind of revolutionary to the way we approach things and how we teach new coaches to get started and the approach on social media. So I hope you guys are ready to learn some new things that I think will be really beneficial for your business and for when you sign new coaches, how to teach them properly. But before we get started, and Kelly's going to help me on this presentation. We've been throwing ideas back and forth, so we're going to kind of both be going over the content. So before we get started, I have announcements and recognition. Announcements, hold on, let me get my calendar in the right place. Super Saturday is October 29th. So there is usually, that's Super Saturday weekend. Depending on where you're at, there's usually a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday event that weekend. I highly, highly encourage you to go to a Super Saturday, and I even more highly encourage you to go to a good Super Saturday, like a big one with big coach names. Who's going to Super Saturday? Erin, we have one in DC. You can go to the DC one. I host that one.
I work that day.
Oh, well, that stinks. But that's okay. Next one. Next one is on my birthday, January 7th. That'll be easy to remember. So anyways, make sure you go get registered for Super Saturday if you're not already. That should be awesome, awesome sauce. Cour de Force gets released on November 1st. So hopefully you guys have a good plan for people that are interested in doing mixed martial arts inspired program. And I believe Cour de Force sneak peek is going to happen again on October 24th. So if you missed the last chance to try out Cour de Force on demand, then you'll have another opportunity on Cour de Force on the 24th of October. That was a lot of words with like the same sounds. Sorry. So those are our announcements, and yep. Okay. Recognition. I have Success Club document in Epic, and that's where I get these numbers from. If you're a new coach and you're like, I don't know what in the world you're talking about. A challenge pack is 2 points. I've literally been on conference calls off and on all day long, and somebody's calling me. Don't they know I'm on a call? Sorry. No, was that you, Kelly? No, you weren't calling me. Okay. I've been on calls all day, so I feel like my tongue is getting tied. It's crazy. It's been fun. So challenge packs are 2 points. Shakeology Home Direct is 1 point, and that is where these points are coming from. So on the board, we have Ray. Is it Ray? Ray Peters? Yes, Ray Peters at 4 points. You're almost in the Success Club, girlfriend. Randy Babb, 2 points. Melanie Etheridge at 2 points. Tara Conway, 4 points. Shirley Mitchell at 2 points. Sue Sollers at 2 points. Kelsey King, 2 points. Kathy Cho, 2 points. And then in Success Club, we have Angel Dial at 8 points. Congratulations, Angel. And then myself at 12 points. So y'all, when you get those success points in, and when I say success points, that Success Club points, that means challengers and our challenge groups that we're helping get through programs, which is why we are coaches. Okay? Don't sit around and be like, I'm a coach, but I'm not going to hit Success Club. You got to reach out and meet people, and that's kind of what we're going to go over in the call tonight. So I hope you guys put just all your distractions aside and be ready to really focus, because I think that social media is changing, okay? And our approach needs to be different. So that's what we're going to go over tonight. I wish I had water. I don't have water. All right, let's close this out. Can you guys see my PowerPoint presentation? Yes or no? Yes. Erin, I can see your face. Can you see my PowerPoint? Yes. Okay. Awesome. Where's Kelly's face? I gotta be able to see Kelly's face. Okay, there we go. So we have been having some conversations, and Kelly, you can unmute your line if you want. Kelly and I have been kind of going back and forth because we always talk about what's going on in the team, what's going on our like page, what's going on our personal page, how to properly post, what coaches are posting great, what coaches need some work, and always trying to better our own game. And one thing that we've been noticing is that there's a big difference between relationship building and having let me say this right, transactionship. Right? Honestly, people are sick and tired of MLMs. They're sick and tired of it. Facebook has become like a bloodbath, a Shark Tank of network marketing people who are trying to sell you everything under the moon. So back in the day when I started as a coach, I could post about a challenge group opportunity, and I was like 1 in a million on their, like, they didn't see anything like it ever. And so it was unique and different. But I think that wave has changed, if that's the right term. Things have changed. And so we need to change our strategy a little bit, and we need to get more tactful in how we approach things. So coaching meaningfully in a Facebook Shark Tank is kind of the title of this presentation. Like, I'm so official. So tides have shifted, and there's a funny little thing here, and it says there's nothing happening on Facebook now that I've hidden all the annoying people from my news feeds. Yeah. And we see those annoying people, don't we? We're like, oh my gosh, like if I see another freaking Miriam before and after picture, I'm going to puke. Or Jamberry fingernails, blah. Or tights that have like checkers and American flags and lollipops. They're cute. So what worked before on social media is now driving people bonkers. Crazy, huh? So now we need to have a reality check on our Facebook pages and make sure we're doing it right. Kelly, jump in anytime you want to add something. All right. So social media in the world of MLM overloads. What social media platforms am I referring to? Facebook, Instagram, even Snapchat. Like I have Snapchat. I have coaches on my Snapchat, and I follow their storyline or their my story, and I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, like all you're puking out is Beachbody crap. Here's how I make the shake. Here's how I'm working out. Here's my pre-workout. Like, it's not fun. Snapchat's supposed to be goofy, silly, fun, bring people into your world kind of vibe. It's not meant for blasting people with Beachbody crap. How do you stand out in a crowd of creepy, salesy Facebook peeps? How can you make people feel valued instead of used? Because this is kind of what's going on right now in the Facebook world. How can you add value to grow a relationship? What does relationship building look like? How can you share your journey without being the MLM lady? Because there's lots of those out there. So we've got to be different, and that's what this is going to be all about. Anything else, Kelly?
No, not yet.
So transactionship. Somebody's line is unmuted besides Kelly's. Oh, she got it. Transactionship. Is that a word? I don't think so. I kind of made it up. But there's a difference between having a relationship with people on Facebook and literally thinking of them as a challenge pack sale. Like that's all you're focusing on is the challenge pack sale, and they're going to feel it. You feel it when somebody sends you a spammed Ronan Fields or Miriam pitch, and you're like, did you copy and paste this like 50 people? Because thanks a lot for even caring anything about my world and what's going on in my life right now. No, thank you. Unfriend or block. Don't be that person. So when a person, this is my definition of transactionship. When a person who delightfully works a network marketing business and the only purpose to their, and that's the only purpose to their social media is to spam, copy and paste mass personal messages or DMs, which is on Instagram. When you do ad like post all the time, adding to groups without permission, never show personal results in the products that they're selling. I mean, I would love to see Jamberry fingernails on like a mom doing it with her kids. Like they're doing it together. Like, I think that would be cute if I was selling Jamberry. Like, oh, I don't have to paint my 2-year-old's nails. I can put little stickers on there. You know what I mean? Like be more creative than just plastering corporate images everywhere. So literally a walking billboard for the company. That's disgusting. Let's be different. Okay, let's be a different person on social media that people want to keep as Facebook friends and not block or unfriend. You want to go over this, Kelly?
Yeah, I was just saying, like on the last one, how many of you have received a message from somebody, just a cold message about Jamberry or LuLaRoe or even Beachbody, and you just kind of thought to yourself, like, who is this and what are they even talking about? So what I think about is I received a Jamberry message one day, and it was this whole spiel about Jamberry. And those of you that don't know me, I bite my nails horribly, okay? There'd be like nothing to put the little sticker onto. And I just got this message and I was like, I don't even know who this girl is. And I just ended up blocking her, okay? You do not want to be that person, okay? So think about that when you're talking to people. You know, are they going to be like, who are you? You don't know anything about them. Because that's how I felt when the Jamberry girl messaged me. She knew nothing about my nails, and she just sent me this, I don't know, 5-paragraph thing all about Jamberry and how you do it and all of that stuff. So you definitely don't want to be that person. Go ahead, sorry.
Keep going.
Okay. So here are some samples of how people are spamming Facebook, Instagram. I don't use Snapchat, but to take cute pics. But these are samples where you see people just blasting sales or just using stock photos that they get from like their company's website, okay? Nothing about this, all these, there's what, 4 different posts? Or no, there's more than that. Show anything personal, okay? They don't share anything about the individual that's selling them, okay? And all I see like the prices on the It Works stuff. Is that It Works? I don't even know what half of this is. The It Works stuff, all you just see is all these $22 off and all of that, okay? This is what annoys people, okay? If you scroll Facebook, I mean, I'm not picking on any of these MLMs. Like, I actually buy from some of them, but there's a difference, okay? If you scroll Facebook and you're constantly seeing all these Redefine, like just a picture of the Redefine kit, like, who cares? Like, you just keep scrolling. You want to see something that's like scroll stopping. You know what I mean? You're like, what's that? Like, look at that before and after of her, okay? You want to see those types of posts, okay? Not stock photos or just random kits and prices, like the bag of Shakeology or like your 21-day fix sitting out on the counter and it's like, look what I got, okay? That is annoying, and that's what everyone is doing, okay? Going off of this, there are 450,000 some odd Beachbody coaches that all, guess what, sell the same thing, okay? Oh, not going. I sell 21-day fix, you sell 21-day fix, okay? So posting a bunch of these is not going to seal the deal, okay? You've got to be different, and you've got to stop sharing these types of photos, okay? I think we're good.
Yeah, and you can even see a 21-day fix one. I see this even on our team, y'all, and that's the reason why we're trying to cover it. And I think that this is gonna. I messaged one of our corporate guys. I'm like, we really need to address this because Facebook people are so tired of being sold something. They're so tired. Like, people don't even want Facebook accounts. They're moving to Snapchat and Instagram because they're so tired of seeing this crap. So you gotta stop any of this and start sharing your life. And that's kind of where we're going to go a little bit. So relationship-focused business. A relationship is not based on the length of time you've spent together. It's based on the foundation you've built together. Okay? And I say okay. Kelly says okay a lot. Okay? Just like Kelly said with the Jamberries. Is there any foundation in the relationship built from the Jamberry person who messaged her? What if that Jamberry person would have said, hey girl, I don't know if you're like into this, but I know you have the cutest little girl. You always post the most adorable little outfits. I don't even know if Jamberry has this. If they do, this would be a great pitch. I have this awesome little mother-daughter nail set that I think would be fun to do with your daughter. And are you interested? I'll send you a cute little sample, and so you can try it out with Kylie, because I know her name. You know what I mean? Like, that would be an approach that might be somewhat worth Kelly responding to, and she not feel completely spammed. And people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And that's huge, because a lot of times in our private messages we'll go into, well, the 21-day fix is portion control, and you're going to learn how to eat right, and it's $140. You're going to have Shakeology with superfoods, and it's great because it's got 72 awesome things in it, and just blah, blah, blah. They don't care about any of that stuff until they know that you care what they're going through in life. Until you've asked them enough questions to figure out where they're at in life, what their goals are, how they're actually eating, why would they ever reach out to you in the first place, what spurred on their curiosity, what's going on in their life. Are they about to get married? Are they just divorced? Are they struggling with infertility? Did they just have a baby? Like, there's all these situations in life that you have to dig into and ask the right questions before you ever even get into what a challenge group is and what the 21-day fix is. You want to go over this one? Relationship building in a post.
Okay, so relationship building in a post. So there is a way for you to build relationships on your Facebook wall, newsfeed, whatever. These are some sample posts, okay? But two ways that I find are the quickest and easiest way to draw people to your page and get conversations going is, one, to ask the opinion of people or advice about something, okay? You guys all know everyone loves to give their opinion, okay? If you ask anybody a question, they're like, blah, 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 okay? An example besides these that you see is I did a long time ago when Kylie was really young. I asked about getting her ears pierced, okay? Was I really going to make my decision about her getting her ears pierced based on Facebook responses? No. But so many people just started commenting about it, and it gave me the opportunity to start chatting with these people. Another one I just did recently was asking about jeans, like where people buy their jeans at. And sure enough, everybody's got the best pair of jeans, so they all started commenting where they get their jeans from, okay? So asking, getting an opinion or asking for advice on something allows you to start building relationships on Facebook. And it can even be somewhat fitness or nutrition related. Not so much Beachbody, I wouldn't get too involved in that, but it can be something fitness, nutrition related, asking for a favorite dinner recipe. I don't know. What are your go-to gym leggings or whatever? Okay, those types of things people can start responding to, and you can build the conversations. The other one, and Jatana did this one for, sorry, my kids are still awake. They all just came down. Jatana did one about a baby shower gift, okay? Showing something real about you or crafty or giving them something that they can do in their life is another way to build relationships, okay? I'm sure she got tons of questions about how to do this, or, what did she use? And that starts conversations with people. So this is how you can build a relationship on your Facebook wall. From here, you can start private messages with these people, building the relationship further until it leads into you finding a need for them to be in a challenge group, okay?
One of the things I'll add on with the the file thing, I'm starting to try to build a little, because I feel like Snapchat is an add-on of social media that's really huge, because it allows you to show everyday life without being too annoying. Like, that's what Snapchat is for. And so I always say, see Snapchat story on how I made it. And I literally went step by step on my Snapchat. Like, I got the label maker, I got the bows, I got the folders, and I brought them through the process of the storyline on Snapchat. And it brought people from social media or from Facebook over to my Snapchat so they could see, I'm up at 4 a.m. about to do my workout. And they see that stuff too. yeah, so also, Afton had a post with her and her daughter, so fitness can be intertwined in it, but she always has really good content with the workout posts, not just posting, like we've always told you guys, day 4 upper fix done. None of that should be happening on our wall, because the person's going to think, 1, I don't know what the heck she's talking about, but cool. Or 2, oh, she's one of those Beachbody coaches. Like, that's annoying. Because there's been a lot of people who have ruined our reputation, honestly. So we've got to fight to be different. And then Melanie Retro, simple post, no picture, not a lot of content, looking for ideas on a kindergarten Halloween party that she has to help out with. And people commented like crazy of like all the different cute ideas. Those type of interactions with people, whether you can feel it or not, is building a relationship. Because remember, nobody except for us coaches are thinking about all the stuff that's going on social media. But when one person says, this was a cute little pumpkin that I spray painted, and then you buy these little polka dots, and I'm so uncrafty, but say somebody gave you, except for my awesome little great thing here, it's like my only crafty thing I've ever done. When somebody gives you an awesome idea, you can easily like it and go back and say, Melanie, that was such a cute idea. Where did you buy the paint? What did you know what I mean? Like, get the interaction started and a conversation started with them. So this is relationship building on your wall. And then we also have relationship building in a private message or a direct message. DM is Instagram. So catching up messages. This is Kelly's words. Learn about them, right? Go ahead, Kelly.
Yeah, so I always, every day, and you guys are like, oh, this takes forever. Every day I do 10 catch-up messages, okay? It takes me literally 2 minutes, okay? I send out a message somewhat to this extent. Hey, girl, I can't believe it's been 8 years since we were coaching together. What are you up to these days? Like, that took 5 seconds for me to type out and send to someone. They're going to come back and they're going to tell you, like, oh, I live in Maryland now. I'm working for blah, blah, blah. Like, they'll start talking and you continue the conversation from there. These are just, I call them coffee talk. Like, it should be like you ran into them in the store, okay? It's like if you saw somebody that you went to high school with in this store, I hope you wouldn't just ignore them if you're in the wrong business, if that's your mindset. But you'd be like, hey, what are you up to these days? Like, same thing, you're just doing it in a private message, okay? You will be shocked at how the relationship grows from there. Like, nobody finds that threatening like I did the Jamberry girl. Like, somebody just saying, hey, what are you up to these days, leads to more conversations. Like, are you still in the area? Like, how's mommy life treating you? Crazy to think we're moms now when we used to be whatever. You can do whatever you said you did in high school. But I get so many conversations going just by simply asking questions and learning about them now, okay? Even if it's somebody that is I don't know, like maybe I just met them through social media, I'll ask about a specific post they did. Or like, Jacana was saying, like, you can go into a private message and ask them, like, well, what paint did you use? Like, start conversations, okay? That is the way to build relationships and to stand out from all those spammy Facebook posts that you see, okay? Because you have to remember, like I said before, all of us sell the same thing. These people are actually buying you, okay? They're not buying 21 Day Fix because they can get that from anywhere, okay? They're buying you, so you need to build that relationship and build that trust with them because they want your support and your help. Like I said, this should be happening 10 times a day. It takes 2 minutes, okay? And if you're doing this every day, and even if you don't work weekends, like I say, I don't work weekends, 50 new people a week that I just started a conversation with, okay? You've got to be doing, like, you have to be doing this.
And your intention is not to get a challenge pack sale out of it. Your intention is just to get to know them, where they're at in life, what's going on, catch up. It's crazy the friendships that'll actually begin to grow from this. You're like, oh my gosh, I've been catching up with my high school friend that I haven't talked to in forever. And then it's also pretty mind-boggling, and this happens on a daily basis, when people will say, you know what, I've been following you for a while. I love your workout posts. Wow, I'm so glad you said that. No, I don't say that. I kind of get getty, and I'm like, okay, she's been watching. But I do say thanks so much for supporting me. And go ahead.
No, go. Just make sure you come back to me.
Yeah. Thanks so much for supporting me on, and watching my stuff. I hope it inspires you. What is it that you like seeing? Because I always like to know what's working. And then it starts a really fantastic conversation about health and fitness.
Sorry, this just made me think of that. So when you do start these conversations, more than likely if you say, what are you up to these days? They will come back with what they're doing these days. And they're going to ask you, what are you doing these days? Do not jump the gun. Do not respond all, well, I'm a Beachbody coach and I run challenge groups and I have a challenge pack on sale for $140 and oh my gosh, to get these portions. Okay, that is not the time. You can slide in there that you're doing you're an online fitness coach, you have 3 kids, you're still in the Northern Virginia area, blah, 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 okay? Don't jump the gun. Relationship building takes time and patience, okay? So be careful, because that is what they're going to ask, okay? It's a perfect time to kind of slip that in there, but not to the invite yet. You're not there yet, okay?
Yeah. And I keep my focus on them and not on what I have to say about myself, because the minute if you were to respond like, I'm an online fitness coach and I run challenge groups and it's so much fun and I get to work from home, they're going to go, oh, great. Is that why you messaged me? Thanks. Goodbye. And they might stop responding. So remember to keep it about them and authentically want to begin a friendship. I mean, if they never become a challenger, they never become a coach, you might have started out a new friendship. So, I mean, yeah. Or you might have somebody that you're like, oh, girl, that girl sells Miriam and I'm about to go get me some. You know what I mean? Like, you might have a new relationship with somebody, or they might be good at something, or you might be able to help them in certain aspects of their life. Who knows? But nothing bad's going to come out of it. It's always going to be something beautiful if you focus on them. All right. Finally, so we're shifting our focus a little bit away from the relationship side. Say somebody writes on your post or in a conversation, what's challenge group? How much does it cost? I need help losing weight. Guess what? I don't answer their question. I do not answer their question until I get the information I need to help them properly. This, like I said, this is shifting it a little bit to the conversations in your private messages where somebody just messages you, how do I join your challenge group? Or if you've been talking to them and they say, okay, well then how much does it cost? Backpedal a little bit, okay? You want to respond with, this is my go-to, I literally have it saved in my phone. Hey girl, I would love to help you, but first tell me, and I've beaten this with a stick a million times, what are your fitness goals? How's your nutrition? And what would you say are your biggest obstacles? Looking forward to chatting with you, Chica. I mean, I try to keep it kind of silly and conversational, my personality. And then the next thing is listen to their response and respond with their words. Or if you didn't get enough information, ask more questions. This is my sweet spot every time. This is how I hit Success Club crazy. And Nicole has learned my way. She can literally talk like me, thankfully. But I listen to their response and I tailor my response to what their needs are. And sometimes I ask more questions. And Kelly is really great at the feel, felt, found. You know, she relates to, and I'll let her talk about, relates to their situation with her own situation.
Yeah, so same thing, like when somebody comments on a post or they send me a message asking about it, for me, and this is just kind of, I first respond with nothing about what they asked me about. I'm just like, hey girl, what are you up to? Like, just so they don't think I'm just like, oh yes, a sale. You know, like I get to know them a little bit, and I eventually ask these same questions, like, what are you currently doing? Like, what are you, what's your 30-day goal? What's your long-term goal? Okay. And I get that information before we even start talking about a challenge group. But usually, sorry, the kid's climbing all over me. The feel, felt, found works for numerous things. When they do respond with what they're looking to do or what they find their struggles are, I empathize with them. Okay, it's always, you want to be relatable to them. So I'll say, if it's true, like if they say something like, oh, you know, with the kids now I have no time, blah, blah, and I instantly, I'm like, I feel you. I'm the same way. I remember when I had my third child, there was like, I couldn't even go to the bathroom alone, like, you know, and I say, you know, like, I felt that way too, but I relate to them, okay? I let them know that, like, I felt like that, and this is what I found, okay? This also works for objections, okay? How many of you get people who say, oh, I can't afford that, right? They're like, oh, 140, yeah, no, that's not going to be me. Okay, I feel, I felt, I found, same thing, okay? When you let them know that you're understanding and it's not about a sale and you're sharing with them how you felt about it and how you found this to work for you, it kind of lets them know that they can trust you and that you're not all about a sale, okay? But yeah, I always empathize with them. Like, I completely understand, you know, 140, I was kind of shocked when I first found out, you know, and then tell them what you did and how you found that, you know, these challenge groups have changed your life or transformed you in so many ways. Sorry, we're like dumping hand sanitizer everywhere while we're doing this.
It's fine. And I had a price rejection today on my like page, and we were talking, and she right up front, and I think I can show you the post in the next slide, but she straight up said, and I have minimal income and I can't afford much. And so I responded to her, you know, in terms of her nutrition and her fitness goals and things like that. And then I said, you know what? My next challenge group starts November 7th. It's October 10th. You have time to get ready for my challenge group. You have time. You have till October 31st to save $140 to be a part of my challenge group. I want to help you. I want to get you out of your funk. I know you're depressed. I know you're tired, and I know the feeling. And this is going to work for you. So I want you to spend that time between now and November 1st when we have to order to be ready and really invest in yourself. And I told her that. And then I don't worry about like, oh my God, I wanted to get that sale right now. Because that's not what it's about for me. It's about changing people's lives. And if you keep that your focus and building relationships, this is going to go so much smoother. Right. And I think I have that post in here. So on the left is kind of a conversation that I was having, and on the right is a conversation that I was given. So on the right is a really bad way to approach somebody. This girl sent me this private message. Hey, I'm having a flash sale on Road and Fields products. I'm assuming you guys don't do this crap, but don't do it. Okay. I hope that you've never done it. If you have, let's start changing your ways. And making things better. But this should never be a private message to somebody about Beachbody or challenge groups. And I've even preached on our own team calls, like send a message saying, hey girl, I'm starting a challenge group. That should only happen if you guys have talked about being a part of a challenge group in the past, because you have to get to that point in the conversation before you can offer that. And then on the left is she had wrote a comment on my cheeseburger picture, which for some reason is really popular on my like page. Apparently the pictures I think are cute aren't as cute as what other people think are cute, but they're really digging this cheeseburger picture. And she had said, I'm interested. And I didn't, you know, I messaged her in my typical, so I saw your comment on my page. Tell me what are your fitness goals and how's your nutrition, and what would you say is your biggest obstacle? I don't know why that paragraph works for me every time, and I always get a book back. And she went into this long story about being pregnant and how her husband left her, and you know, a lot of problems from her childhood of being abused. And now she was told she was fat as a child, even at 120 pounds. Over the years, I've gained more. I hate veggies with a passion. Oh, she goes, gee, this first thing that dings my head when she says that. But otherwise, I eat decent portions and cook a lot of homemade foods. She'd probably really like the meal plan of 21 Day Fix because she can get crafty with it, and she's already loves cooking. One of the biggest struggles with people with the 21 Day Fix is when they don't like to cook. let's see. My biggest obstacles are insecurity, finances, and motivation. Okay, so those are the things that I need to focus on my follow-up with her. Is one, the veggies thing, I can address that in later conversations and rehash what she said once I'm getting further down the conversation. But her biggest obstacles are insecurity, finances, and motivation. Insecurities, I can tackle because I can say, girl, you are going to be surrounded by a bunch of women who are on the same journey as you. It's not pretty. Everybody's looks different, but we are there to motivate and encourage, and it's a safe place to really grow and learn what it looks like to live a healthy and fit lifestyle. That's addressing insecurity. Finances, I totally get it. I understand that it's hard to invest in yourself, but honestly, the number one thing that you need to be taking care of as a mom is yourself. It's so hard to be the best mom you can be if you are run down, tired, depressed, and just driven to the ground. Because that's probably what she's feeling right now. I felt that way. That was me. I can do the feel, felt, found. And I think I said in the further down the conversation, I have a group, and as I was telling you guys earlier, I have a group starting November 7th. So if $140 is going to be tough for you, take that time to really save up so that you can be a part of this amazing experience that's going to be a safe place for you to learn health and fitness lifestyle. But she did say, I'm determined and driven at first, and then it all goes to crap. I don't understand, because if that's the same as us, we all get motivated and driven, right? And it all goes to crap because we start getting slightly unmotivated. I relate to her in that part of it. And I tell her that's why these challenge groups are so amazing, because we're going to hold your hand. We're going to make sure you stay on your path. And we're going to continue to, every morning when I wake up in the morning, I see all these sweaty selfies. I'm like, dang it, gotta get my workout in. That's what I'm going to talk to her about. I don't understand it, because if I were to do something I enjoy doing, I know I'd be able to look and feel good again. Am I a lost cause? I suppose I'm beyond help. I guess because she wrote Tuesday, and then today at midnight, I didn't respond fast enough, and she thought she was beyond help. But I'm starting a conversation with her, and it's going well. That's the kind of dialogue that you want to have with people. And this is a complete stranger. So getting to know where she's at in life, getting to know her as a person is going to be vital to finally getting enough confidence in her that joining this journey with me is worth her time and her finances, honestly. Very slim finances, that it's worth it to do it. And as a coach, I'm going to make it worth her time. I mean, don't be a crappy coach. Don't run challenge people, because it's not going to end up working with your business, and people are not going to trust you. People are not going to send you referrals and sing your praises to all of their friends, which is what you want. So the takeaway challenge in this, I want you to go tonight. It does not take very long. Okay, 2 minutes max. I want you to send 10 private messages with old friends or coworkers or, people that go to school with your kids, like, hey girl, how's little Bobby handling kindergarten, whatever. We gave you some suggestions in the slideshow. So if you're like, little Bobby, sorry, you guys laughing. Are you laughing at something else?
So little Bobby.
Little Bobby. I could say, hey, how's Brody handling? Make sure you know the first grade. Is he in first grade?
Yeah.
How's he handling first grade? How are you liking having a little bit more free time, Kelly? Or we've used this example before, and Kelly said it earlier. Hey, girl, we used to coach cheerleading back in the day, and now I see you have some amazing, beautiful kiddos. How's life going? And just reconnecting with Kelly, because she's an ex-cheerleading coaches, and for some reason, cheerleading coaches make amazing beach party coaches, because there's like 12 on our team. But anyways, that's another story. But please don't overthink it, all right? So I'm going to end this with some questions if you guys have some. And then we will go do our call to action tonight before we go to bed. What questions do you guys have? Oh, I want to take a picture of myself on a call with you guys. So while you're thinking of your questions, and you guys can do the same thing. because I like to post on my wall that I have an amazing team that I'm a part of. And people are like, wait, I want to be a part of an amazing team. It's so cool that you do that. You're a stay-at-home mom, and I don't have any friends. Ew, I look gross. Hold on. No, be thinking of your questions. If you guys, or take a picture of yourself. What questions do you have? I can answer while I'm taking a picture. No questions?
So if you can't relate, you can use an example of somebody else, you know. So I can say, oh, I just had a challenger who did whatever. You can kind of share their story. I forgot what you said. Oh, you don't have kids. Right. So you can talk about how you have so many people in your challenge group that have kids that are able to do this. You see them incorporating their kids in their workouts. You know, their kids are eating the same. Like, you can share that kind of testimony with them if you can't relate to exactly what they're saying. Same thing, like, I haven't lost 50 pounds. So when somebody says that, I can't say, yeah, I lost 50 pounds too. Like, but I can share with them my challenger's results or, you know, someone else's results and kind of go from there.
Everybody get a screenshot of the pictures. Any other questions? Did that make sense to you guys? Okay, I know it was like beating a dead horse, but really, and I told corporate, I'm like, y'all, things have got to change, or Facebook MLM stuff is not going to work anymore. People don't like it at all. I don't like it. I'm in it and I don't like it. What?
You forgot.
What?
Do not add people to groups.
Oh, yeah.
Or anything if you have not asked them. I wake up every day in like 10 new groups, and I'm like, whose pop-up party is this? I don't even know half the people. Don't do that. If you want to have a group or a free challenge, ask people, or, you know, post about it, and they'll you know, join themselves. But don't just go on this random, like, adding spree and inviting like 5,000 people to a, I don't know, whatever kind of group you're running. That is one way to get blocked for sure.
Makeup party.
Is there a difference between, I've asked people in the past when I've done an event if my invitation came as an invitation or if it just automatically added them. Luckily, it came up as an invitation where they had a choice. But is there a difference between, can I tell if I'm accidentally just adding someone to something?
It has to be a group.
Okay.
Yeah.
An event, you would actually invite them and they can click going, not going, or join and ignore. That's different. But in a group, you actually get added and you start to get all the notifications of everything going on in that group.
Okay. Yeah, I've never added anybody to a group without them knowing first and their consent. Okay.
Okay.
The other question I had is, are the slides that you all had tonight, are they going to be available to look over in the files? I accidentally jumped on the wrong link for 12 minutes, and I was like, man, they're running late tonight. Yeah, definitely the 8 to 9 Zoom call, so I missed 12 minutes of this call, so I didn't see half the stuff that was on.
Yeah, there'll be the recording will be posted tomorrow morning.
Oh, it is recorded. Sorry, I didn't see the recording up there, so I thought for some odd reason you guys weren't recording.
No, okay. So, any other questions? Nope. All right, well, it's getting late. I love you guys. Go do your 10 conversations, okay? Don't cheat yourself. You're only cheating yourself. I'm going to go do mine, and I'm going to keep growing my business, so peace out.